Our first offensive takedown from the inside step penetration is a straight double leg. A couple of key elements here. I'm changing my elevation before I penetrate, and I'm going to penetrate forward into my opponent. I want to shock him. I want the power of my legs to be transferred to his hips with my shoulder. Kind of aiming for his pocket, where his jeans pocket would be. Change my elevation. I penetrate. Shoulder here, head up. My outside leg is back in a strong position where I have power. I attack at the knees or above, but the key here is that I keep my elbows in. As I shoot double leg, I don't want to be reaching and extending. Here, my elbows out. I want to shoot my double leg here, boom, and pull, sucking my elbows to my own ribs here. In this way, I really isolate my opponent's hips and I weld them to my chest so his hips become part of my body. After my penetration step, I'm going to drive off my outside leg up to my feet at a 45 through my opponent's hips. I think it's very important as I'm driving up to my feet that I'm really conscious about my hips. I'm driving off my outside foot so I can build up into my stance position again here as I'm covering ground. I want to be careful that I'm not stepping up and trying to lift. As I step up, my butt comes up in the air, and this is a more defendable position for my opponent. So I want to push, drive, stepping forward at 45, through my opponent's hips. A couple of situations that occur frequently is if I drive in the wrong direction. If I drive straight through my opponent, a lot of times what happens is as he's sprawling, we end up wrestling in a circle. If I step up and drive straight this way as opposed to my 45, we end up doing this thing. As well as if I drive straight laterally, it gives him a chance to squirm his hips around, and I'm opening myself up for some tricks. Maybe trips, or getting extended, or just him sprawling. Here. So shooting my double leg, I want to finish through my opponent at a 45. Lower my elevation, penetrate, attacking at the knees, running through his hips. Talking about our double leg finish, I think the single most important element is that we continue to run our feet, keeping our hips low and in to our opponent all the way through the finish, and not lifting with our arms. That nice finish where his feet come off the mat are because my hips are under his and my power is going through him. And I'm not lifting here. So as I penetrate, boom, I'm driving up. I really emphasize keeping my hips in, and run all the way through the finish. Second element to my finish is as I'm running through my opponent, I'm throwing my head so I finish away from my head. In this way, I've covered my opponent's hips, head on one side of the body, and hips on the other. A common problem in our double leg finish is if I run straight through my opponent with my hips and head on the same side, I commonly get chest rolled through.